Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be focusing on units of length, and we're going to be measuring things to the nearest half inch and quarter of an inch. So I want you guys to focus on something. Right here on this ruler that I made, I have my marking. So between 0 and 1, the halfway point would be this. So this right here would be the half inch. And these little lines between the half inch and the whole number are the quarter of an inch, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections already divided. So you can use a measuring tape as well. And it has right here, you can see that it has between the 1 and the 2, right there, that's the half an inch. And these other lines right here and right here, those are the quarter of an inch. Right here on the two, between the 2 and 3, this line right here is the half an inch, and these other longer lines are the quarter of an inch. All these itty bitty ones, they're called 30 seconds so of an inch, but you don't need to focus on that, or not even on these other ones. Those are the 16ths. So we're really only focusing on the quarter and the half. Okay, so when you measure things, very important, remember to always put whatever it is that you're measuring up against the 0. So for example, if I'm measuring this whiteboard, I would say it's right there, it's up against the 0 on the edge, and then I would go all the way here and see that it is almost a foot, but not quite, because a foot is really right over here. That would be 1 foot, but it is not 1 foot, so it's right here. So if I want to measure this, I would say that it is to the nearest half an inch. Well, I would be focusing between 11 and a half and 12. And I really believe it's closer to 12. So I would say that it is 12 inches to the nearest half an inch. Now, when they ask me to measure to the nearest quarter of an inch, well, I need to, this keeps moving, sorry about that. This would be the 11 and 3/4 or 12. And it's closest to 11 and 3/4. So I would say that it's 11 and 3/4 of an inch long. If I'm measuring, here I have several things to measure. Let's say this little block. I'm going to put it up against the 0. And it is 2 inches long. How about this one right here? Same. I'm going to measure the width actually. Well, this one is only 1 inch long. And let's see about this one. It is 1 1/4. But right here, if I'm measuring to the nearest half inch, is this closest to 1 1/2, or is it closest to 1? And since it is past the 1 1/4, I know that's closest to 1 1/2. So I would say that this block is 1 1/2 inches long, approximately 1 1/2 inches long if I'm measuring to the nearest half inch. And when I measure to the nearest 1/4 of an inch, then I would say that it is 1 1/4. Okay, so get your rulers, get your measuring tapes, or anything that you find like that at home that you can measure with. Okay, good luck.